welcome to Games from Folktales, a podcast that mixes historical research and tabletop role-playing settings. I'm your host, Timothy Ferguson, and if everything goes to plan, this week, when this recording comes out, on the blog that accompanies the podcast will be many of the monsters that I've been saying will be statted eventually. So that you're not left without some audio this week, here's a poem by WS Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan fame. It's probably better for Maginomia than Ars Magica. Thanks to Sonia from LibriVox for the recording, and to her production team.
The Troubadour by WS Gilbert. Read for LibriVox.org by Sonia. A troubadour he played without a castle wall. Within, a hapless maid responded to his call. "Oh, willow, woe is me! Alack and well a day! If I were only free, I'd hide me far away." Unknown her face and name, but this he knew right well: the maiden's wailing came from out a dungeon cell. A hapless woman lay within that dungeon grim. That fact, I've heard him say, was quite enough for him. "I will not sit or lie, or eat or drink, I vow, till thou art free as I, or I as pent as thou." Her tears then ceased to flow, her wails no longer rang, and tuneful in her woe the prisoned maiden sang. "O stranger, as you play, I recognize your touch, and all that I can say Is, thank you very much." He seized his clarion straight, and blew thereat until A warden oped the gate. "Oh, what might be your will?" "I've come, sir knave, to see The master of these halls. A maid, unwillingly, Lies prisoned in their walls." With barely stifled sigh That porter drooped his head, with teardrops in his eye. "A many, sir," he said. He stayed to hear no more, but pushed that porter by, And shortly stood before Sir Hugh the Peckham Rye. Sir Hugh he darkly frowned. "What would you, sir, with me?" The troubadour he downed upon his bended knee. "I've come, the Peckham Rye, to do a Christian task. You ask me what would I? It is not much I ask. Release these maidens, sir, whom you dominion o'er, Particularly her upon the second floor. And if you don't, my lord," he here stood bolt upright, And tapped a tailor's sword, "come out, you cad, and fight." Sir Hugh he called, and ran the warden from the gate. "Go, show this gentleman the maid in 48." By many a cell they passed, and stopped at length before A portal, bolted fast. The man unlocked the door. He called inside the gate with coarse and brutal shout, "Come, step it, 48." And 48 stepped out. "They gets it pretty hot, the maidens what we cotch. 2 years this lady's got for collaring a watch." "Oh, ah, indeed, I see," the troubadour exclaimed. "If I may make so free, how is this castle named?" The warden's eyelids fill, and sighing, he replied, "Of gloomy Pentonville, this is the female side." The minstrel did not wait The warden stout to thank, But recollected straight He'd business at the bank.
Your saga may vary.